What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Um, this one here is entitled "She Likes Feminine Men." Me and a friend of mine were talking earlier today. I was telling her that I went to the mall and I started. Sometimes you buying clothes and you're looking around at the same time. And the more I bought, been buying clothes, the more I've seen a lot of feminine men, and a lot of feminine men have girlfriends and wives. Now, some red stripe, whatever. um, a lot of feminine men have girlfriends and wives. Not a problem. But but increasingly so, I'm seeing it happen more and more and more and more and more. You know, if you straight, you straight. If you not, whatever. That's you. That's you. I don't care. But when I would, for years, I've always heard women complain about not having a real man, or they don't see enough real men, or they're not enough men around. The pool of men is dwindling. But more and more, I'm increasingly seeing women with more and more soft guys, to the point where you would think this guy is gay, and it wouldn't surprise you if he was. You know what I'm saying? So, me and my friends are talking. My friends, we talking, and I'm like, my grandmother, my aunts, my great grandmother, my mother always brought a rule that said I would never date a guy who's prettier than me. That did not mean he wasn't supposed to be attractive. That meant he wasn't supposed to challenge the the sexuality part of the female role. He wasn't supposed to be in the mirror getting more primped up than a woman. He wasn't supposed to want to be the center of attention and have the best outfit so everybody could. He ain't supposed to be shimmying in the room. But it seems like them days is dwindling, because I realize women my age or a little and older, some older, they don't live by that motto. I don't even like when I was talking to my friend. She had to hear it from an old lady recently because she had never heard it before. So I'm like, man, okay, so what's gonna happen? And I'm bringing this up because when I was in college, I remember this one particular woman. She was very beautiful, gorgeous. She had her mouth on her, boy. She just was rah. And one day, me and her was sitting down and talking. I said, with your mouth, you get your man in a lot of trouble. And her reply was, he a bitch. He ain't gonna do shit. If somebody breaking our house, I can tell you right now, I'm gonna have to be the one to go get the knife or the gun and see what's going on, and he gonna be scared in the room. And see the way my head tilted like that is because I was like, well, why the hell you? In my mind, I was thinking, why the hell you with a guy that can't do guy stuff? Why have kids with a guy who can't do guy stuff? Like, it's an intriguing thing to me, because if you have a girl, if you with a guy and you have kids with a guy and he's a feminine guy, and you have a boy, is he gonna? I've seen guys who are too pretty to do anything, too pretty to change the oil, too pretty to change a light bulb, a tire, too pretty to fix anything. Didn't want to get their hands dirty. Didn't want to cut grass. It's just a little too much. Didn't want to do anything. And I'm like, what are you gonna teach your son? Now, if you have a girl, what are you gonna teach the girl? Like, as to what kind of, because she's gonna be looking for a man like her first man, which would be her father. And if he's prissy and prumpy and soft and feminine, then of course she's gonna gravitate to a feminine guy. The other thing is the mother gonna be teaching the daughter, you are the man of the house, you gotta wear the pants in a relationship? Because even when I date, I found myself funny that, sorry, that some women actually think because they can talk and argue and get loud, that means that for some odd reason I'm gonna obey what they say. Like if it don't make sense, then it ain't gonna get done. Like if you throw a fit because you ain't getting something your way, we adults. Make it happen. You know? And I'm saying this because if as a guy, we always say to other guys, stop acting like a bitch. Like you can't be moody. You can't be the victim every time something happens. You can't be scared to get dirty. You can't be a person who's gonna be in a pressure situation and cower away. That's not gonna fly well. It's not. So, with more women that I'm seeing falling for these guys or gravitating to these guys, it's confusing because why still say you want to be with men? Why still say you look? There's not enough men around. Where are the real men at? When I'm seeing women dating guys who are not. Let me tell you, like, okay, I remember one day I was out, and this guy was cutting the grass. But mind you, I didn't know he was cutting the grass. Like, you know, when people come, so this particular cat was coming from the backyard to the front. And in this particular neighborhood that I would drive through every now and then, this lady would be outside, beautiful lady, just gorgeous. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna holler at her. So I'm coming down the street and I see her first. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna speak to this lady. And then I can hit a lawnmower. So I'm thinking she's single, she got some lawnmower service. But then I see the guy. I heard he's over there confident, cocky, got his shirt off, just mowing, just, I got this one. I got this. And I'm like, well, I guess she's taken. As I'm riding by, he turns the lawnmower, so I'm look like it's like him here, her here, and I'm driving up. And this guy got a tramp stamp. That's my point. Like, I'm gonna just leave it there, and somebody help me out.